Hey guys, so welcome to another Life Math Money video. And I know I didn't publish anything last week because my PC broke down and then I was traveling, so I have been busy. But here we are, okay? In this video, I'm gonna cover the hidden profits and tax write-offs that you get from having a side business. So these are things that most people don't know about, right? So hence it's a secret. So this is a bit clickbaity because some of you might actually know about it, but surprisingly few people do. So let's go with secret, okay? So let's say that you are a normal person who has a regular job, okay? A regular job. That means you have zero business income, right? So $0 in business income. Guess what? Okay, even if this is you, right? Which probably this is you, you still have to pay for a lot of things, right? You pay for petrol or diesel, or if you're in India, right, your petrol is now being mixed with 20% sugar alcohol, so adulterated petrol, let's go with that, okay? Then your car depreciates, right? It does that by itself, right? The computer or the phone you're watching this thing on is also depreciating, right? So electronics, you're paying for your electronics and they're depreciating. You pay to eat out, so you pay for meals. You pay for plane tickets. You probably also pay for dates. You pay for hotels, etc. Right? There's a lot of costs that you pay for as a regular person with no business income, right? And you pay all of this with your post-tax money. So what I mean by that is that let's say you make 100K in income, you pay like say 30K in taxes, you are left with 70K, and all these expenses that you're doing it from this 70K, right? This 70K is funding all of this stuff, right? You're doing it with post-tax money. Now let's say that you change something, right? You now Let's say that you start some kind of online business. So you have your job plus online business. Okay, and let's keep it reasonable. Let's say that you have started a copywriting company or whatever, web design, social media, anything, consulting, blah blah blah, anything. There are so many options, and it's 3 years, right? It's been 3 years, and now you're making 5K a month. Okay, you're making 5K a month from the internet. This is a very reasonable thing to get in 3 years. I'm not I'm not overselling it and I'm not underselling it. If you do it, like if 100 people do it, the average middle person is gonna make about 5K a month. Okay, in 3 years, at the end of 3 years. So these are reasonable numbers. Okay, what guess what? What happens to your 5K? Well, this 5K is tax free. Not in the law, right? The law doesn't say your first 5K is tax free, but practically speaking, it is tax free, and I'll tell you how that works. Okay, you have something called a bank account, and this bank account you will open for your business. So in India, this is called a current account. In the West, I think it's called a merchant account, but I don't know about the USA in specific. But in India, it's called a current account. Okay, you take out a debit card for your current account. So what you do is you open a bank account for your business. That's where your 5K a month are coming in, and then you take out a debit card for your business, and any expense that you make it from this debit card, right? All expenses. Okay, let's say that you went out and ate a meal. Well, you put it on your debit card. You took a flight, it goes on your debit card. It comes out of your business account. Okay, your car, well, technically you buy it from your company's account and it's owned by a company. You get depreciation and it's deducted from your income, so you get a tax write-off, right? Your coffee at Starbucks, right? It goes to your through your debit card and into your account, your business account, your laptop, phone, etc. Laptop, phone, all the electronics that you're purchasing, it's all taken from your merchant account, your current account, and you get a tax write-off because it is an expense for your business. And in fact, in some countries, you can even charge a percentage of your rent. If you have a side business, a percentage of your rent also is a write-off, right? So it's a write-off. So in all practicalities, right, even if you're making, say, $5,000 a month from your online business, you will probably end up having like $5,000 in costs. I mean, not exactly costs, but expenses that you're running via your business account. So the company technically is unprofitable, right? So this is your taxable income. Technically speaking, your company is unprofitable and you have no taxes. So at least for the first few years, right, like first 3 to 5 years, whatever, your new online business, even if it's making you cash flow, is technically gonna end up as tax free. So you get all the money that you make, and by the time that you end up having to pay taxes for your business, you will be making quite a bit of money, right? It's probably gonna be like 10-15K a month by the time you by the time you actually have to pay taxes. So this is a secret thing. I mean, not exactly secret, but very few people know about it outside of the business world, where you get tax write-offs for everything. And you might be thinking, why would I get a tax write-off for dates and stuff like that? If you're worried about it, typically no one checks, no one cares. But if you're worried, you go to Starbucks, take your phone, and do some business work in Starbucks, and then technically you've done work for your business, and then it's a business expense, right? So practically speaking, no one cares, right? No one gives a shit. That no one is going to verify that your trip, the flight you took, was not a business expense. No one's going to verify it. But in case you're worried, you can take some photos with your business's logo and make it look like you were doing a conference or some shit. It's not that complicated, and you save a ton of money, right? You making 5K a month after 3 years, none of it is being taxed. That's pure profit that you can take to the bank. You can invest wherever you want, and it's a hidden profit, right? It's like you were paying all of these costs anyway, and now you're getting something back. So it's a good thing, something you might want to consider if you start an online business. And that's it for this video. I'm a bit jet lagged at the moment because I've been traveling, so I don't want to make a very long video. But if you liked watching this video, hit the subscribe button and do the entire routine, like, subscribe, comment, etc. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section, and I'm going to see you guys next week with a new video.